Hello, my beautiful, hello, my beautiful souls. I hope that you are feeling okay and that you are ready for another dosage of thinking, but thinking in the right way, thinking that will serve you. If you're ready, then fasten your seatbelts and let's start. If you're new to my channel, my name is Irina and I'm here to simplify your life as much as possible. At least that is my intention, to help you by making you think and asking you the right question, or talking in order to make you think in a useful way, because we all do think, but what makes a huge difference between all of us is the way we think. So if you find any of this helpful and if you find any value, please do consider to subscribe to my channel and share, like, comment, give me your feedback. That will help me to reach others and help me to grow my channel and to expand all of this, because that's what matters the most. I try to bring true values out there. I put my soul out there, hoping to reach other hearts. Be mindful about who you give your like to and who you follow. And today I would like to make you think more about whether you are in a relationship or not, or marriage, doesn't really matter. I just want to make you think. I will ask you maybe a couple of questions, or I will tell you the story that you will ask yourself questions, and you must be honest with yourself, of course. The intention is to be in a relationship that really makes you feel okay. You shouldn't feel drained in a relationship, of course not. So that's the point. But as always, people tend to always have expectations from other people, but rarely who sit down and ask themselves, okay, do I really give exactly the same thing as I'm expecting from my partner? So that would be more or less the subject for this. If you are in a relationship or a marriage, I just want to make you think and to ask you to switch the roles for just 1 second and to ask yourself, would you still be with yourself in that kind of relationship? And the point here is to ask yourself, how much do you give in your current relationship or a marriage? And if you're not in a relationship or a marriage, then you should know exactly what do you give in a relationship in order to know what to expect from your partner. And your answer will, if you are honest, you must be honest with yourself, of course. Many people are not, that's the point. But you shouldn't give answer to anyone but to yourself. And if the answer that you will give to yourself will simply be like what to do next. If you feel drained, if you feel that you maybe don't put enough effort but you expect a lot, it is always a perfect time for self-reflection. Or maybe you will realize that you are the only one who puts an effort in a relationship, and you simply feel that you always need to initiate things, to, you just feel drained. And that's the point. Not to feel drained, of course, but to see how you feel. That's the point with these questions. It is always a perfect time to sit down and to talk, to have an honest conversation about how you feel and to listen to them, how they feel, so you can know where you are standing at in your relationship, so you could know what to do next. A solution will be a breakup, or maybe you should be aware of how you feel and your partner, so you could know what to do next. You should be working on your relationship whenever there is a love. If love doesn't exist anymore there, so breakup, a divorce, it is always a solution. It is always better to be a single and okay with it than to be unhappy in a relationship or a marriage. Remember, sadly, many people skip this part to communicate with their partner, thanks to fear they have. They, instead of having a clear picture of the situation so they can know what to do next, they simply look for distractions or to something on the side, cheating on their partner and staying unhappy in a relationship. And there is nothing worse than that. Or they stay with someone just to fulfill expectations from people around, from family, from society, and yet they feel drained within. Don't do that to yourself. It is so wrong. Remember that we all deserve love, and that's the point. You deserve your fairy tale, and when I say, every single time when I say fairy tales, I don't mean that all sunshine like many perceive that it only exists in movies, or take off that sunny sunglasses that you have. Well, dear, first of all, we live what we believe in. If you don't believe in fairy tales, then you probably won't have one. But you didn't even ask me what I mean by fairy tales, and I will tell you what I think about fairy tales. I don't think that fairy tales are all sunshine, rainbows, and flowers. I think that your fairy tales is your fairy tales, and you should be creating your fairy tale. It is the same for all fairy tales, that they should be built on true foundation, which means mutual love, respect, trust, and honesty. And you are building your fairy tales from there. If your fairy tale don't have that true foundation, then there is no point of building anything. And all those fairy tales, beautiful relationship that I know outside there, they exist, yes. It's not about sunshine and rainbows. It is about facing every obstacle together. But when you love your partner, when you respect your partner, then you know how to, face together obstacles. It is always about you two versus any problem. It's never about you versus your partner. And if you're single but you have someone that you like, you should be asking yourself, are you doing everything what is in your power to be with that person? Many don't. Or does it all end in empty words? Your actions speak, not your words. And many fail there because everything, if they like someone or if they want to be with someone, they're all mouth, no trousers. They're all blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to an action, they simply fail. So no excuses. If you want to be with someone, if you like someone, then you should be expressing yourself. You should be always giving 100% of yourself to show how much you care. How they react, that's some completely another subject, but I'm talking about you because everything starts with ourselves. If you like someone, if you want to be with someone, then give your best. Why? In order to avoid future regrets. You don't want to live in regret. I can't stress this enough. Your effort shows your interest in someone, and your actions reveal your desire. You can't expect to receive without putting your part into something. Please make your words an action. Love is an action. Love are not empty words. Many only fairy tales when they have to impress someone, which is so wrong. Don't play with other people's emotions, please. If you're not serious about them, don't do that. Remember that love is giving. To love is to give. Don't expect only to receive without giving in the first place. And for all, of course, if you are the only one who puts an effort, whether you are in a relationship or not, then what's the point? Again, there is no space to argue with someone. There is always a perfect time to sit down and to talk, to say how you feel. There is always a solution, but you must speak up. You must be very clear about how you feel, so you can know what solution is. Just please don't water dead plants. Remember that the relationship must go both ways. So the perfect question to answer yourself are, how do you feel? So your answer will simply give you an answer what to do next. Oh boy, when we receive that special attention from someone we like, when they make time for us, when they message us, when they talk to us, when they make plans with us, when they see us in their future, but everything go vice versa, don't forget this. There is nothing more attractive than this. There is nothing more. It's so motivating to do things together because you know where you are standing at someone's life. Oh my God. There is nothing more attractive than this as opposed to excuse. When you listen to excuses, you're like, oh my God, Unfortunately, there are many people who believe those excuses just because they wish things to be different, just because they wish that someone cares about them the way they care about those people. Please don't water the plants and don't make a new picture, just face reality. We are only as blind as we want to be. Never forget that effort must go both ways in a relationship, and this kind of effort is done effortlessly because you want to be there, and when you want to be there, then there is no effort. Everything simply flows naturally, and that's what love is. Like I said before, always give 100% of yourself, just because you don't want to live in regret that you wanted to do something or to say something but you didn't. You want to avoid that, so always give 100%. But then comes a time then you should be stop pouring water in a glass without a bottom. So you must always ask yourself, how do you feel? Do you receive the same as you give? Never forget that we all deserve love, and that you deserve love that you give. So ask yourself, do you live the love that you give? Do you live the love that you were dreaming about? If not, I'm here to remind you of all of those things. And this would be it for my video. I hope that I made you think, and I hope that you will find your solution. Your solution should be your solution. And until my next video, I will continue with these insights about life. Bye. Love you.